What is up, my thrifty friends? Tabs here from the Urban Goddess Shop. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm doing one on shadow banning. I see a lot of people commenting in Facebook groups. I've seen it on Reddit. It's on Instagram. It's like all over the place. Am I shadow banned? What is going on? How do I get shadow banned? Why can't I like or comment on anything? And we're gonna go through the reasons why you could be shadow banned on Poshmark in this video today. So I hope this helps you out. Let's go through the reasons of why you may be shadow banned, or it's just like an account freeze on Poshmark. So what is shadow banning? Shadow banning is when you are doing an action that may go against Poshmark policies or be counted as kind of like spam. And what they do is they put your account into a frozen mode. So you can't do anything. You can look into your account, but you can't send out offers. You can't like other people's items. You can't comment. There's like a bunch of things that you just can't do. People can still purchase from you, but you cannot interact out of it. I have been shadow banned a couple times on my Poshmark Canada closet when I first started and on my US closet when I first opened that. So it's nothing I would say to really be scared about as long as you know what you did and you just stop doing that. Now, Poshmark doesn't actually stipulate what you would do to cause your account to be shadow banned. Sorry, that was really wordy. But there are some probable reasons that have been noted through Reddit and other seller groups. So number one, violation of community guidelines. Repeatedly violating Poshmark's community guidelines by engaging in prohibited activities such as selling counterfeits, that's a no-no, engaging in harassment, or posting inappropriate content can lead to reduced visibility or restrictions on your account. I think this is pretty straightforward. I'm not even going to jump into these. Those are very clear. Number two, excessive self-promotion. Yes, that is one of the reasons. So constantly self-promoting your listings or closet in an excessive or spammy manner, such as sharing your items in unrelated parties or spamming other users' listings with self-promotion. These may trigger reduced visibility. What I've noticed recently is like people doing a live and tagging a bunch of people into it, or creating a posting that they put into their live shows that like spams a bunch of people into it. If you are self-promoting to people that do not want it, that is excessive, okay? So I think that also is pretty clear. If you're in question and you're not sure, drop it down below. We'll do our best to help you figure out if what you're doing is borderline spammy. Number three, keyword spamming. We've all seen this where someone has an Old Navy jacket and they keyword it with like North Face, Patagonia. That is a big no-no. I'm looking for something Patagonia and I see a bunch of non-branded stuff. I actually will report those listings. Sorry guys. It annoys me and I think it ruins the shopper experience. So I do have to state that. Overloading your listing descriptions with irrelevant keywords, tags, or brand names in an attempt to appear in more search results can be seen as spammy behavior and potentially lead to shadow banning. So I think there are some parameters in Poshmark where they're paying attention to that, but there are a lot of sellers like myself that will report those as well. And I think if you're ever on the app and you see something that you think goes against the policies, I do encourage people to report it because it just helps keep the app a little bit of a better place. Also improves the experience of shoppers. So I'm not saying you got to go and police everything, but if you see something and you're like, ooh, this is not right, just report it, walk away. That's like probably unpopular opinion, but I'm gonna rant at that level today. Number four, mass following and unfollowing. And I know for sure I got shadow banned when I first became a Poshmark seller for mass following. Rapidly following and unfollowing a large number of users within a short time frame may be interpreted as spamming and result in restrictions on your account. So sometimes what people will do is they'll like follow and then they'll hope that those people will follow them back, but they unfollow them because they don't actually want to follow. Like, I don't know, it's kind of a weird scheme that people get into. I personally didn't worry about unfollowing until the live shows got really out of control. Then I was unfollowing everyone that did live shows because that was filling up my newsfeed. I don't know if they've fixed that yet. I feel like I never see live show stuff, but I've unfollowed a lot of people. I have no problem following people. It doesn't affect my business. It doesn't affect my shopping experience. I don't typically go to my shopper newsfeed or whatever that, you know what I mean, that far left option. Usually if I'm looking for something, I'm pretty specific looking into the search. Number 5, engaging in manipulative behavior. Yes, we are diving into this in today's video. Trying to manipulate the Poshmark platform's algorithm or engage in any behavior aimed at artificially boosting your visibility or sales can lead to shadow banning. So I'm going to be honest, this may be that relist feature. In Canada, it is nearly impossible now to relist your items in less than 60 days. They have tightened it up. Yeah, there are some workarounds, but they're not working for me. They have really figured it out, and I'm curious to see if that's going to be going to the US side. I would say that would be an example when we find ways to relist items to boost them into the algorithm before the time frame that Poshmark allows, which is 60 days. This one I think is done a little bit less. It may also have to do with using automation, but we're not going to talk about that today because you guys know where I stand on automation. I think that if you're trying to run any sort of business with a decent amount of inventory, absolutely you should be using automation because you don't need to be sitting on your phone all day. You don't need to be answering all that stuff. Let a bot do that for you. Okay. I'm not going to talk about that today. Number 6, and our last one, is excessive reporting by other users. So if other users frequently report your account or listings for violations, Poshmark may investigate your activity, which could result in reduced visibility or your account restrictions. So I think this can go 2 ways, actually. First way is you are not following general rules of Poshmark and other users are reporting you. Maybe you're selling a bunch of counterfeit stuff and people are reporting you. In that sense, I think that it's right. People should. I have heard of excessive reporting being used as a form of bullying, and that is not okay. That is when a group of people decide that they don't like one seller and they mass report their listings to keep putting their account into a shadow ban. I personally know someone that is having this done to them recently, and it breaks my heart. Like, it's so frustrating. It's so sad. I just can't believe that people are at that level. And then one more thing I didn't discuss in here. Another way would be excessive sharing. If you are using automation or if you're self-sharing, there are limitations based on the number of listings that you have. Typically, I feel like everyone can agree that 8,000 is probably the max you want to do. I have heard people say 10,000 personal shares. I do not go past 8. And if you want to really play it safe, you could stay under 6,000. If you are using POSH Sidekick for your automation, they actually have recommendations based on the size of your closet. So you don't have to worry about that. Just make sure you are following their recommendation. Yeah, those would be the main ways that you could have your account shadow banned. On my US closet, I'm just going to add a couple bonus things. If you open up a new closet and you list too many items quickly, that can cause you to be shadow banned. They will slow your closet down until you make a few sales. Also, if they haven't verified your identity or your banking information doesn't line up or something is red flagging them on your account, that will also cause them to shadow ban you. Now, here's the good news. You can just wait it out. I think the first time they shadow ban you, it'll be for like 24 to 48 hours. The second time, why do I feel like it could be 3 to 5 days? And then I think on the third try, they're just going to probably deactivate your account. It doesn't hurt that if you think you're shadow banned to reach out to support, get some clarification. You can try that. In my instance with my US closet, verification of identity that I had missed, they were just very straightforward. Oh, you just need to fill this out. Once it's done, we'll unshadow ban your account. We'll unblock it basically. So those were the 2 reasons why. If you have any other reasons that you want to add to this conversation, drop them down below because I think there's probably more that I missed in here. So it's important to note that Poshmark's algorithms are continually evolving and they are using various factors to determine visibility and count restrictions. So this set of rules, this is what, December 2023, this is forever evolving. While these actions may increase the risk of shadow banning, there's really no definitive way to confirm whether you've been shadow banned on Poshmark, as the platform doesn't really share the exact reasons. But like I said, you can reach out to Posh support and they may or may not tell you, but it could be just something that you didn't do on your end. To avoid any potential issues related to shadow banning or having your account put into like a ghost mode, it's essential to abide by Poshmark's community guidelines and engage in ethical and respectful practices and provide accurate information in your listings. And then, just play within their imaginary rules. There's things they don't state, but we all know. Building a positive reputation within the Poshmark community is the best way to maintain visibility and a successful selling business. All right, guys, these are all the ways that you can get shadow banned. Kind of crazy, but yeah, I'm just happy to get these out. And hopefully if you are a new seller and you're experiencing something where your closet just isn't functioning how it's supposed to be, you may have done one of these things. Like I said, drop in the comments and we'll do our best to help you out. All right, guys, I am wishing you all so many sales, and I will see you next time. Hope this helps. Bye.